My name is Lamarr Womble, and I am somebody that believes in the fullest power of your dreams and, more importantly, your passion. My job every single day that I walk into schools is to give you the opportunity to tell me what it is that you're dreaming about, what it is that you're passionate about, and how can we help you make that a reality in your life. When I was in 9th grade, I wanted nothing more than to be a fashion designer. And there was nobody in my corner, there was nobody in my life that was telling me that I couldn't, but there was also nobody telling me that I could. And so I knew that with my passion of wanting to do fashion, where I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska, there was really no one there I could access that could give me the connections and the leverage and the relationships that I needed in order to make my own clothing line. So the closest thing I could get to at the time was shadowing with a graphic designer. So I sat with this graphic designer and had a chance to design my own clothing line. And this is kind of creepy, but I named my clothing line Taku. Now, what that really stands for is TACU, and it's the first two letters of my 8th grade love of my life's first name and the first two letters of her last name. And I know that's mad creepy, but Taku at the time was something that meant something to me. And so from there, I had an opportunity to really never explore that. But I was always ready and wanted to be dressed and wanted to be fresh. And that was something that I was passionate about when I was in 9th grade, but truly never had a chance to explore that passion in a way that made it a reality. So I became a dream director recently in order to make sure that never again would there be a child that had a dream or had a passion that wanted to access that passion and didn't have the resources or the connections to be able to do so. So my job here, every moment that I spend with you, is for you to be able to figure out what are the skills and what are the mindsets that you need in order to pursue your dream, but more importantly, go after that passion and to start right now. The reality is that you are living through a time as a teenager that you do not have to wait in order to pursue your passions or your dreams or your goals or your ambitions. You can start now because there's no more middleman. And what I mean by that is this. There was a time that you needed somebody to do everything. You wanted to write a book, you had to find a publisher. You wanted to make an album, you had to find an A&R to sign you. You wanted to become a psychologist, you have to go get a master's degree and get certified in clinical psychology. Now is your time. You do not have to wait in order to create phenomenal businesses, phenomenal projects, phenomenal campaigns, phenomenal events, world-changing nonprofits that allow you to access your passion and access your dreams at this very, very moment. I'm going to tell you a story. I was working with a student who was a junior in high school when I first met her. Her name was Giselle. And Giselle, when I first met her, wanted to be a nurse, and she was heavily involved in science classes and doing very well on top of that. And after having a number of conversations with Giselle about what it is that she was most passionate about and what it is she wanted to do in her life, it really came to the forefront that she wanted to be in fashion and she wanted to be in the fashion industry. And I started having these conversations about well, why are you so focused on science? And what came out of that conversation and those conversations were that her mother wanted her to be a nurse, but her true passions lied in fashion and photography and modeling. And so from there, I coached Giselle in order to be able to create 4 fashion shows, and she created her own clothing line called Natural Goddess at the end of 2 years of our work together. Here's what I'm gonna tell you right now. You need to develop passion mindset about every aspect of your life, and here's what I mean. It's that everything that you do, every experience that you have, every club that you join, every job that you have, you need to take a look at that experience and say, what do I love? And what do I not love? And the things that you love are the things that you're most passionate about. And those are the things that you need to access and go after at every moment, right? And I know you felt what it feels like to be passionate. I think everyone has. So I just want you to think about the time you were in 10th grade and it's the first day of school, and just think about how excited and how eager and how interested you were in going to school that day. And I'm not saying you need to be excited for every single day, but I'm talking about the excitement that you had to go to school that first day of school. And I want you to think about a step back behind that. I want you to think about the night before the first day of school and what happens to you when you get in bed that night. You can't sleep. And you can't sleep because you're excited, you're eager, you're intense, you have relationships that you want to go build, there's people that you want to see, and that's the connection, that's the feeling that I try to link students to every single day that I have an opportunity to speak with them. It's called passion mindset because here's what I know. Is when you find passion, it leads to action. And action leads to momentum. And momentum leads to confidence. And when you are confident, to believe that you can access whatever it is that you want in your life, you have the opportunity to take your passion and impact the entire world.